Hiruzen Sarutobi, a good man, a very terrible Hokage. What's up guys, my name is Richard from Rios11 back again with another video, and in today's video we want to talk about Hiruzen. We want to talk about the third Hokage. Was he really a good person? Was he a manageable Hokage, or was he just a terrible Hokage? So in this video I just want to break down some few things, and I feel the best place to start with Hiruzen is his upbringing. We all knew that Hiruzen grew up in the Third Ninja Great War, where he was raised by Sasuke Sarutobi. And now one of the things that you should know about Hiruzen is that Sasuke Sarutobi is perhaps one of the worst leader stroke father in all of anime general. That guy was a douchebag, and honestly I'm going to make a video, but if you really want to get a good and extensive video, I'm going to drop a YouTube link down below in the comment section done by Daiko Knight. He really goes in depth and explains everything about Sasuke Sarutobi. Now before I continue, I just find it really weird and just sad that Sasuke's father named Sasuke after Third Hokage's father, when Third Hokage's father in actuality was one of the biggest racists when it came to the Uchiha clan. But that didn't even stop there, because this guy literally hated everyone. So yeah, after you're done with this video, you can click on the link to watch his explanation on Sasuke Sarutobi. So now we're going to the part that everyone is familiar with. Now I want to state something. What I'm going to say here is everything that I've been able to gather doing my research. I might be wrong, so if I am wrong, I would definitely appreciate if you can correct me down in the comment section. And see, this is not me hating, this is just me observing and criticizing. So I might be right, I might be wrong. I'll definitely meet you down in the comment section so that we can chat it up, and yeah, we can see your opinion. But this video is strictly my opinion on the character, which is the Third Hokage. Now, the first thing I want to say is that guy was a very good person. That was what I thought when I first watched Naruto. Until I later found out that that guy was perhaps one of the biggest douchebag ever. That guy was a chilled guy, we all knew, but as a leader, he was perhaps the worst Hokage ever. That guy literally single-handedly changed the history of the Eden Leaf forever. And because of his leadership, a lot of messed up things happened to so many different people that shouldn't have even happened in the first place. Incident that affects both the Uchiha, the Hyuga clan, and Danzo. Now I'm going to go in depth to all these things. So let's start with the one that is really annoying, and that is in giving Danzo the opportunity to usurp power when he became the Third Hokage. So now Hiruzen newly appointed as Third Hokage, and Danzo somewhat as an advisor towards him. Hiruzen left him on check, and before we knew it, Danzo used that opportunity to create the Ambu Force and literally take most, or if not all, of the powers from Hiruzen and at a point it was essentially Danzo that was running the Eden Leaf, because Hiruzen had absolutely no power. Hiruzen could do nothing to check Danzo, and that is just very sad as a leader, because I cannot imagine me electing someone and that person being so complacent and being so chill that he would allow somebody usurp his power and status. It was so bad that because of everything that happened, Hiruzen had little to no power in order for him to stop the Uchiha misfortune, which is just terrible. Now let's move to the Uchiha section. Now I just really find it strange that after the death of Minato, which is Naruto's father, why didn't they appoint Fugaku as the new Hokage? Now, if you do not know who Fugaku is actually the father of both Naruto and Itachi. And according to the records and according to everything I've read, it is known that Fugaku is comparable to Yellow Flash when it comes to strength. And this is something that was general news in the old village. Now, the craziest thing is that Hiruzen could have made this possible. And if this had happened, I'm pretty sure that this would have prevented the tragedy that befell the Uchiha clan. Now let me explain. There are three things that we really need to know when we are talking about the Uchiha. The first one is that the Uchiha has been a very oppressed group in the Eden Leaf. And this goes back way before the Third Hokage. But it was during the Third Hokage section when Danzo had enough power to control the hidden leaf from the shadows that he really started hammering down the Uchiha. Now, it is a known fact that Danzo was a very big racist when it came to the Uchiha clan, and Obito controlling the Nine Tails did not make things very good for the Uchiha clan. So the first thing Danzo did was monitor them 24/7 after that incident, and because of that incident, Danzo essentially moved the Uchiha clan, which were in the center of the village, to literally the outskirts of Eden Leaf, which is just terrible. And the craziest part was that all the Uchiha had to stay in that section. Now, this is just sad because can you imagine you as a third Hokage not even having enough power to call Danzo out on his bullshit? But that wasn't all. Because of everything that was going on, we all knew the tragedy that befell the Uchiha, and we all knew that the third Hokage could do absolutely nothing because all the power he had already been given to Danzo. Now, the craziest thing about this was that this could have all been prevented if Fugaku had become the Hokage. Now, one question a lot of people would ask is that Fugaku was planning a coup. Wouldn't that affect anything? Now, the Uchiha, definitely they were pushing for a coup. Why were they pushing for a coup? I would argue that it was the Hidden Leaf and its leaders that actually forced the Uchiha to take that specific actions because they were very oppressed. And Fugaku did everything in his power to try to hold the coup. And why did he do that? Because he knew the consequence of what would happen. And the first consequence was that if the Uchiha won the battle against the Eden Leaf, other village would attack the Eden Leaf, and eventually everybody would just go. And if the Eden Leaf had won against the Uchiha, other village will use the opportunity to also attack the Eden Leaf because the Uchiha wouldn't have gone down without a fight. So at the end of the day, there was nobody coming out of this unscathed, and we all knew that this, at this particular period, wouldn't have benefited everyone. And now this is how I will even prove my point. Unknown to anyone, Fugaku actually had the Mangekyo Sharingan, and that means anytime Fugaku wanted, he could have controlled the Nine Tails. This was a secret he kept from the Uchiha clan. Why? Because he did not want the coup to take place. Now, if he thought Hokage had appointed Fugaku as the first Hokage because of the death of Minato, I'm pretty sure that this would have given Fugaku the chance for him to actually calm the Uchiha down and say that, do you know what, now that I'm in the system, I can change the system from within. But that didn't happen. And that was solely because of the third Hokage. And one thing I always found funny was, why did he come back after Minato's death? Because he essentially did not do anything serious. He essentially did not do anything groundbreaking. Now, one of the things I want to bring up about the third Hokage, which upon rewatching the Naruto series really annoyed me, was how he treated both Naruto and Sasuke. How he essentially treated Naruto and Sasuke was essentially the same way Sasuke Sarutobi treated him. Like I said, Sasuke Sarutobi, which was the third Hokage's father, was a very terrible father. So maybe that is an excuse, but then again, I just find it very strange. Now let's start with the Naruto section. How can you treat the fourth Hokage's son, the savior of the village, like that? I really did find it weird. Because yes, we knew that Danzo spread the news that the Nine Tails was in Naruto. So that's the reason why everybody hated Naruto. But still, Hiruzen could have appointed someone to take care of Naruto. Hiruzen could have done something. Hiruzen essentially just abandoned Naruto. And I find it very sad because the biggest reason Naruto ever wanted to become the Hokage was because he wanted to be loved by the entire village. That is so sad. And it's really painful when you actually sit down and think about it. Because, and this is the reason why I say I don't like Boruto. I don't even think Boruto is canon because to me, I believe Boruto is a very terrible show in the way Boruto handles both Naruto and Sasuke and essentially the other characters. Because I find it very strange that the reason Naruto wanted to become the Hokage in the first place was because he grew up without a parent. He wanted everyone to love him. And Naruto ended up doing the same mistake when he eventually became the Hokage. He literally abandoned Boruto. And people used to give me that excuse that Naruto was too busy. Let's not deceive ourselves. There is no such thing as Naruto was too busy in order for him to look after his family. Why didn't he leave his shadow clone at the office and instead with his real body go and stay with his family? To me, I just believe that is essentially bad writing. And now we're moving to Sasuke section. We all know Sasuke is my favorite character by now. It's kind of crazy what Hiruzen did to Sasuke. After everything Hiruzen knew, after everything Hiruzen had promised Itachi, Hiruzen did exactly the same thing he did to Naruto. He essentially just plugged him in a room, told him to sort himself out. And this is one thing I keep on saying about Sasuke, that the fact that Sasuke just grew up to be an edgelord, we should really appreciate Sasuke as a character. Because if you really think about the messed up things that he went through as a child, growing up as a young teenager, if Sasuke had become like Orochimaru, I would have 100% understood. And Todokage really didn't do much to help. Now, what am I trying to say essentially? Todokage is a very terrible leader. Todokage perhaps might be the reason why everything really went south when it came to the Eden Leaf, because a lot of things happened, and I've not even talked about what happened with the Yuga clan. Did you know that it was because of the decision of the Todokage that Neji's father essentially kicked the bucket? It's kind of sad when you think about it, and it really shows that we should be cautious about the people that we let lead us. We really should try to keep people that know what they are doing in places of power. And it is so obvious that the third Hokage did not know what he was doing. So it's kind of sad when I actually think about it. So yeah, that will be today's video, guys. I essentially just wanted to make this video because as I was researching for the Sasuke's video, like I promised you, like I said, once we reach 25 views, I will make sure I post the video. I went down a little bit of Naruto lore, and I noticed that a lot of things that happened to Sasuke could have been avoided if Hiruzen was actually a very good Hokage. And that's the reason why I say everything is sad, because Naruto could have been a completely different series if Hiruzen acted as a real Hokage. So yeah, that'll be all for today's video, guys. If you liked everything I had to say, I definitely appreciate. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, because you really be helping my channel. And yeah, that'll be all for today, guys. Peace.